Welcome to SIRA MCQ YouTube channel. Today we discuss advanced level A-level accounting paper 2024 question number 42. Let's see the question. This is related to LKS 10 events after the reporting period. What is the requirement? Look here. What are they? Identify the following as per LKS 10 events after the reporting period. Okay. What is this? First one. Non-adjusting event indicate only numbers. Okay, we write the numbers. Non-adjusting, no. The correct total assets and total liabilities as at 31st March 2024. This is the closing date. After considering above adjusting events, you know, after the considering adjusting event, there are some changes in assets and liabilities or equity. Let's see. Firstly, we find the non-adjusting events. Look here, there are three events there. I read this question. Look here. The financial statements of Samal PLC for the year ending 31st March 2024 were authorized for issue by the directors 30th 6 2024. What is that meaning? Look here. There is a current year is there. Current year is ending for 31st March 2024. What is the opening date? 1st of April 2023. This is the current accounting period. We said there is a current accounting period. This is the accounting period. Accounting period. They said that there is a account we prepared for this year. At that time, there are the accounting calculations and accounting reports are printed and accounting reports are finalized after some months or 2 months period. Why? There is a huge period. There's a year 1 year period. The accounts and calculation should be delayed. Why? At the 31st March 2024, we cannot finalize the accounting. Therefore, we only record closing date. So this is the closing date, no, end date, no, to end the current period. But the writing or reading, the calculation should be delayed. Why? At this current year is this year, but the accounting calculations are delayed. Therefore, there are some 2 months or 1 month delay. Therefore, the printing, the issuing point is delay. Therefore, they said that what is that? They said that were authorized for issue by directors 30th 6 2024. June 2024, 30th 6 2024. This is the issuing, the authorized by the directors. This is the printing date. This is the printout date. At this time, there are some events occurred in this period relating to this accounting period. There are events. No events. These events are, what are they? Events after the reporting period. This is a accounting period means reporting period, no? Reporting period. This is the reporting period. Okay. This is a reporting period. This date, closing date, this date is opening date. This is the accounting reporting period. After the reporting period, we can identify some events. This is the events after the reporting period. Okay, the events after the reporting period. Look here, there is some error or fraud. Identify this area. Identified, but this error was occurred in this area. This fraud was occurred in this area, but we find this at this area. Okay, this is there are some events. These events we can categorize adjusting events and non-adjusting event. There is adjusting event, there is adjusting events and non-adjusting events. Non-adjusting events. How can we identify adjusting events? Adjusting event means there are some events identified this area, we adjust to this current period. How can we adjust? At this point, remember the rule, at the end of the reporting period, there is some reason, there is some basements are occurring. There is a reason. Look here, there is at the end of the year, before the end of the year, there is a customer want to compensation from our business. Therefore, they carried out low support from this area. Therefore, there is a reason is there is a court case is there. After that, this court case is before the current period, therefore the current year case. After that, this event is judgments or result. Result is occurring this area. Example, judgment said, please give paid for the customer 100,000 or 100,000 rupees. Therefore, the reason there's a court case is reason is starting from before the 31st March 2024, but the result is occurred. Result is judgment was done before the printing date. Therefore, this is the adjustment date. Why? This is the reason. Is before the current end of the period. Therefore, the current year case result is there. Therefore, we must adjust it. This is the adjusting event explanation. Look here, reason is there, result is this area. Okay, what is the guideline? Look here, adjusting reason is before the 31st March 2024, our closing date, and result was before the printing date. Okay, next one. Firstly, a case was filed. Look here, date. Case was filed. Filed means reason. 10th April 2024. Look here, this reason was started 10th April 2024. This is this area. The reason is there. The 30th April 20. April is after the 31st March 2024. The reason is there. Why? The case was filed in after the reporting period by a customer. The case was filed after the reporting period. Okay, this is not our current year case. Why? Look here. I clearly said you the reason is there to adjusting event. Identify the adjusting event. There is a reason. There is a case was filed. Reason was generated from there. This is not related to current year. This is our reporting period. No, this is not our reporting period reason. This is after the reporting period case. We can read it. Okay. Against the company demanding a compensation 1.5 million. Okay, a court order means judgment. The result, court order was given 15th June 2024. You know there is a printing date is which date? 30th June 2024. Before the printing date, 15th 6 June 2024 to pay this compensation. Court ordering, this is the result, was given 15th June 2024 to pay this compensation. You know, this case was filed at 30th April 2024 after the reporting period, and result was given in this area before 30th June. This is the 15th, no, is the result. This is non-adjusting event. Why? Identify the adjusting event. The reason is this area, result was this area, but the reason and result was after the reporting period. We cannot adjust this. Why? To adjusting event identification, the reason is before the current period end and result was before the printing date. These two dots are after the reporting period. Okay, therefore we cannot identify as adjusting event. This is the non-adjusting event. Therefore I can write 1 is non-adjusting event. Okay, next one, look here. A factory with carrying amount of 9 million as at 31st March 2024. There is an asset, there is a closing date, there is an asset in the company. Was destroyed on 20th April 2024. There is an asset destroyed, there is an asset destroyed, there is an asset is there. Look here. There is an asset was there. 31st March 2024, this asset was there. Okay, this asset was, we can identify. Okay, button was destroyed on 20th April 2024. 20th April means before the printing date. This was destroyed. Remember that there is a destroying of asset is not current situation. This is after the reporting period event. Therefore we cannot identify as a destroyed. This is a non-adjusting event. We disclose this event, this is a destroy in notes. Okay, we cannot adjust this area. Why? At this date the machine was superb. Okay, after the reporting period there is a destroyment. Therefore we cannot adjust this one. This is non-adjusting. This one non-adjusting. This one is non-adjusting. This is the non-adjusting events. No, 2 is non-adjusting events. Third one, look here. Debtor was disclosed bankrupt. Bankrupt means there is no money to debtor. No money. More money in the debtor's purse. Okay, debtor was declared as a debtor was declared bankrupt. He cannot repay the amount of trade receivable amount. Okay, bankrupt 31st May 2024. There's a bankrupt means he fully destroyed at the 5th this area. 31st this date is 15, no? Bankrupt 31st May 2024. This is bankrupt. This is a destroyment of trade receivable. See, look here. The destroyment or bankrupt means result, no? Result. The amount receivable from this debtor as at 31st March 2024 was 3 million. There is a bankrupt of debtor is 31st May 2024 after the reporting period. But there is a reason is there. Look here. The amount receivable from debtor 31st March 2024, our current year was 3 million. There is a 3 million trade receivable is there. 3 million is there. There is a reason is there. He was destroyed before the printing date. Okay, this is the adjusting event. Why? The reason is there, this data is there, the destroyment, bankrupt is before the printing date. This is the adjusting event. Why? This is the current situation. We hope trade receivable, there is a receivable, we can collect the money, there is a hopeful this area, but our hope is fully destroyed. He was bankrupt before the printing date. At this time, at this date, there is no hope. Why? This is, he was destroyed. Therefore, we identify the bad debt written off. Okay, at this point there is no hope. Why? Actually we know he cannot give the money from the receivable 3 million. Therefore, we can adjust it. There is adjusting event. This is not answer for this one. This is a non-adjusting event. No. Next one. Correct total assets and liabilities as at 31st March 2024 after considering above adjusting events. Only one adjusting event. No. The bad debts written off. Okay. What are the current situation, current assets and liability? Before the considering above events, total assets and total liabilities of the company as at 31st March 2024, 60 million and 25 million. You know, we can easily find the answer using the assets equal equity plus liability. The current assets are 60 and 25. 60 is this one, this 25 is current liabilities. We want assets and liabilities. What is the written of debtor? 3 million. Look here, 3 million. 3 million should be bankrupt. Bankrupt means we must written off this one. At the written off, how can we impacted asset or decrease in 3 million? Trade debtor. After that we can minus it in expense. Bad debt written off. This is the bad debt. This is the double entry. Okay, the impact. After that we can find the assets and liability. Liability is no change, 25 million. Assets is 57 million. This is the answer, 57 and 25. 57 is asset, 57 million, this is a million. No, 57 is asset value. Total liabilities is 25 million. There is no change of liability. This is the answers for question number 42. After that, there is a LK 16 property, plant and equipment question. In next video we meet question number 43.